I'm not in a position of hope. I'm in a position of action.
Right now, a call for action on prison reform, what Governor Evers is doing and why some say it's not enough.
Plus, a setback to the Dane County Jail project, what the sheriff is asking of local lawmakers to make it happen.
And striking at Starbucks. What's behind the Red Cup Rebellion? Why you might see people protesting outside your local coffee shop today.
And starting off relatively mild for this time of November. Readings in the 40s. This will be the last real mild day. We do have some changes. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide. Kelly Slifka bringing us another gorgeous day, but we got some changes right around the corner.
Yeah, we all know this can't last forever, and it's going to be coming.
It would.
I know, it would be nice, but you know, we've had a nice change of pace over the last several days. We've got one more last really mild day, but as we go through tomorrow at this time, we can see quite a change, and then especially next week. That's when we're really expecting the big drop in temperature, just as we go in time for Thanksgiving. 44 right now in Madison, 46 in Middleton, 44 in Cottage Grove, Stoughton at 45. So, yeah, you only need the jacket this morning, but I'm sure a lot of folks will be out in short sleeves and shorts today, as we'll be in the 60s, even a couple degrees warmer than yesterday, but about a 20-degree drop tomorrow because a cold front arrived tonight. But then we'll rebound a little bit this weekend. Back to sunshine and temperatures in the lower 50s. Still pretty nice here in November. A little bit more cloud cover. These will be mainly some mid and high level clouds that'll filter out the sun a little bit. Still getting up close to 60 at the noon hour, topping out in the mid 60s. We got up to 62 yesterday. I think we'll be a couple degrees warmer than that today. We will see a little bit more cloud cover this afternoon. But still fairly windy throughout the day as well. So temperatures in the 40s this morning, warming into the mid 60s a little bit later on this afternoon. So one last mild day. I want to get to our first warn traffic. We do have a crash right now. This is on the northeast side on the off ramp from 151 to I-90-94. That may be causing some delays in that area. And here you can see our DOT camera there. You can see there's still some emergency vehicles on that off ramp onto I-90-94.
Warren. 6:01 now, breaking overnight. A bill to keep the government open is making its way to President Biden's desk.
The Senate passed House Speaker Mike Johnson's two-part continuing resolution to temporarily fund the government last night. It passed by a vote of 87 to 11. One Democrat and 10 Republicans voted against it. We're going to have a full breakdown of what happened last night coming up in our next half hour, including what happens next.
And now to new information here in Dane County. Plans to replace the aging Dane County Jail are on hold yet again. This after the latest construction bid for that project came in well over budget.
So that leaves county leadership working to find a solution to keep this project on track now. Shane Hogan is here with what comes next. Shane, another setback in what's been a really lengthy process to address these issues.
That's right, Chris. This is something we've been following for years, and just when a new Dane County jail might be finally here, it's another setback. So after years of funding debates, the Dane County Board and Sheriff Calvin Barrett reached a deal back in April to secure that funding to build a new jail. Now, only one construction bid came in, and it was well over budget, almost $28 million over budget. Since last year's closing of parts of the Dane County Jail, neighboring counties have been housing some Dane County residents, something Barrett says is costing taxpayers. So what comes next? Dane County Executive Joe Parisi weighs in.
Right now, it's up to the county board to approve additional funding for the project at hand or look at building a smaller project on a green space from the ground up.
Now, no matter what they do choose, Barrett hopes they do it fast. He says they're dealing with unsafe and inhumane conditions in the jail currently. Now, the board will vote today on a slate of resolutions that would authorize spending over $1 million to house some of those Dane County residents at jails in Iowa and Oneida counties, guys. So we'll see how this process continues to play out.
Just another setback. Shane Hogan reporting for us this morning. Thank you, Shane. Meanwhile, Governor Evers says he's taking sweeping measures to reform all of Wisconsin's prisons. The Waupun and Green Bay Correctional Institutes have been on lockdown now for months due to staffing shortages. Yesterday, protesters gathered outside of the Department of Corrections here in Madison to call for an end to the lockdowns. The protest was planned before the governor's announcement. Demonstrators say he needs to follow through on previous promises before making new ones.
Governor and the Department of Corrections said 5 years ago that they would diligently work to reduce the prison population. We know those opportunities exist.
We have to begin to wake up, okay? not be woke, but to wake up and address the realities of what's happening in our state.
In addition to calling for an end to the lockdowns, the group is asking for more support for inmate mental health. One protester says she believes the conditions in Waupun led to her father taking his own life while he was there.
That's why my sign says, how many deaths will it take? My dad was the first. Like, it should have ended there.
All of this follows a federal lawsuit from Waupun inmates. It alleges the conditions amount to cruel and unusual punishment.
The governor's plan would include moving some of the Green Bay and Waupun prisoners to other facilities. Republican Representative David Steffen of Green Bay is coming out against that plan. Steffen said in a statement, it's time for Governor Evers to stop passing the buck and show leadership by closing and replacing our 19th century prisons.
This morning at the state capitol, an assembly committee is asking the public to weigh in on a bill that eases child labor laws in the state. The public hearing is scheduled for 9 a.m. The bill would allow 14 and 15-year-olds to get a job without a work permit or even parental permission. Republicans sponsoring the bill say youth work permits are, quote, needless barriers that slow down the hiring process. Without those state-verified work permits, though, opponents say it would be easier for employers violating child labor laws to claim they didn't know they were employing kids under 14. Now, News 3 Now will be following what happens next with both of those stories from the state capitol. You can follow along right here on News 3 Now, over on our News 3 Now app, and on channel3000.com.
6:06 now, folks. If you're not paying attention to the screen, come take a look at this. This 12-year-old girl right here, Danielle Noble from Madison, is missing. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children says that Noble's been missing for more than a week now. She was last seen Tuesday the 7th. She's 5 feet tall, brown eyes, black hair. If you know anything about where she could be, please reach out to Madison Police. The phone number is on your screen. It's 255-2345.
Happening today, union workers at Starbucks are walking off the job. They're protesting the company's stance on unionizing. You'll see it here in Madison. Locations on the Capitol Square and State Street are expected to take part. It's being called a Red Cup Rebellion. The protests coincide with the company's Red Cup Day, marking the start of reward points for reusing the Red Cup during the holiday season. Union leaders say it's the company's largest sales event of the year.
Now that Madison has a new city budget, some big projects have the green light. That includes a new $44 million facility for Madison Police. It'll solve a big problem storing criminal evidence. MPD's new property room supervisor recently showed me around the warehouse on the east side, which is essentially overflow storage for criminal evidence. There are 3 facilities across town. There's one at the headquarters, another for just vehicles, and then there's this one, the overflow facility. Gabriel says there's evidence in here that dates back to the 1960s, and they're almost out of room as more comes in. There's paperwork, guns, computers, clothing, and sexual assault testing kits. Gabriel told me sometimes they really have to dig to find evidence.
You can see this is kind of called the stuff it method. This is from decades of old storage systems. You can see it's a hodgepodge of different boxes, different bags, different guns.
The advantage there is it will reduce the staffing needs. So if you have the station there will be people then at the evidence facility that can do sort of dual staffing of the station and the facility. The evidence facility was a huge need, and we knew we needed to get that done.
So going off of what the mayor is talking about here, this new facility, yes, it will consolidate MPD's evidence storage into one facility. It will also house a new Southside police station. Now, Chief Barnes, Leah had originally asked for a new evidence storage facility and a new police station on the north side. They came up with this solution in the mayor's budget proposal, and it passed this week. The mayor says that north side need is still on their radar, but it's something the folks up there are going to have to wait on.
This is really good context for just one of the line items in a very big budget.
So it's a tough time to spend,
yes,
right? And a $44 million project caught my attention. I encourage everybody out there to take a look at what's in your city budget and where your tax dollars are going. So yeah, at a time where the mayor is asking all departments to take a 1% operations cut, it is hard to get approval passed for big projects like this, especially one that's $44 million.
Good reporting, Chris.
Thanks.
6:09 now. Let's check in with Kelly Slifka, your first 4 forecast.
Yeah, we've got one last mild day and a beautiful sunrise coming up. Just a few clouds are rolling through this morning. It's going to be windy today. This will be the last real warm day before the changes are coming up. Well, that first 1 forecast just ahead.
Also ahead, we're looking ahead to the final home game of the season for Badger football. What seniors have to say about their last home game ever.
Plus, a new memorial monument is set to be unveiled in Wisconsin Dells today. We'll show you who it's honoring and how you can be part of it in the 608.
The best doorbusters deals of the year are available now at Ashley. Find clearance and overstock mattresses throughout the store at huge discounts while they last. Sealy Queen mattresses as little as $8 a month. Only at Ashley.
Is that dishwasher running?
Yeah.
Wow.
Criterion, ready when you are. Get this Criterion stainless steel appliance suite for under $2,400 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Xumo Streambox free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Xumo Streambox for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Edge with 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 1,000 low APR cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward? Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO. The best doorbusters deals of the year are available now at Ashley. Save as much as 68% store-wide and find clearance and overstock items throughout the store at huge discounts while they last. Plus 72-month special financing. Only at Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608 this morning, we are excited to share news that a new memorial is being unveiled to date, and we're getting a first look at it.
Yes, we are. Josh Breider's live in the Wisconsin Dells with this story. Hey, Josh.
Good morning, guys. We're outside the American Legion Post 187 this morning, where this new memorial is set to be unveiled later on today. And we're giving you a sneak peek right here on News 3 Now this morning. Commander Mark Cobb of the post here is joining us. Commander, good morning to you.
Morning, Josh. How you doing?
Not too bad. First off, thank you for your service. Appreciate you and everything you've done. And
thank you.
This is yet another way that we're going to be honoring service members right here in our community.
Yes. Yes. It's been a year now waiting on this to get here, and it finally got here. It was supposed to be here, supposed to reveal last Monday, which was the beginning of Women's Veterans Week, and then ending on Saturday, which was Veterans Day. As you can see on the monument, the middle part is honoring women's vets. You know, in honor of women veterans that served the United States Army. You know, on the bottom is a plaque that says about the women vets that started off in the years ago in the Continental Army and stuff.
Giving them the recognition that they deserve, right?
Right, yeah. Women vets don't get that much recognition until just recently. Now they're getting the recognition that they deserve.
So this is a great monument, and you guys have such a great, unique property right here in the Dells with all of the memorials set up here.
Yeah.
And this is important for folks to know, especially the younger generations, to be able to see this.
Yes, we got a World War I monument, World War II monument, a Vietnam and Korea monument. Now we got the Iraq conflict and Afghanistan conflict.
So spanning over the years. All right, so how can people be part of the big unveiling that you have going on this afternoon?
Yeah, 1 o'clock, we're doing the big reveal. We're having all the people who donated. We had over a couple dozen people and businesses from the community who donated for this monument. We're having them come in. We're going to do a prayer to recognize it. And the honor guard's going to be here. We're going to do a firing and have a little short luncheon afterwards.
Yeah, you talk about the community partnerships. I mean, that's what got this here, right? But it's important to honor those that are in the community.
Yes, yes.
Very, very good. Well, we appreciate your time, Mark. Again, thank you so much for your service. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
If you'd like to learn more about the unveiling, you can go to this story up on channel3000.com. Again, happening this afternoon here, guys, honoring the women veterans. Some much-deserved recognition for sure.
Absolutely. And make sure to thank Mark for his service for us, will you? Talk to you soon, Josh.
All right, it is 6:15. Kelly Slifka's outside with your first sworn weather. Josh's got a jacket on. Kelly, I don't think that's going to last too long today, though.
Yeah, once that sun comes up and the wind picks up, that temperature's really going to climb quickly this morning, and the sun is just coming up on the horizon now. Just a beautiful sunrise. You do notice a little bit more cloud cover. Yesterday, we didn't see any clouds. Just some mid and high level clouds that'll be skirting on through throughout the morning hours into the afternoon. Starting out at 45. So yeah, you will need the jacket this morning, but by this afternoon, I'm sure a lot of folks will be out in shorts and short sleeves. We'll just have to deal with a bit of a wind, but you can see how these temperatures climb with that southerly wind picking up this morning into the mid 60s. About 3:30, that's probably the peak heating this time of the year. But then we're talking about some changes coming our way. We've got the cold front tonight and a storm system that'll be moving in early next week. That may be affecting some of the travel going into a Monday night and going into a Tuesday as well. The weekend actually looks pretty nice. Yeah, not the 60s, but low 50s, lots of sunshine. We'll start to see some clouds roll in Sunday night and Monday, but no travel problems expected Monday morning, even into the afternoon. But by the evening hours, can't rule out a few showers creeping in. We've got a storm system down to our south, mainly affecting much of Illinois, but we'll be on the northern fringe of that. Then a cold front approaches us by Tuesday. So some rain showers might be cold enough if you're traveling to the north, say from Wisconsin, Rapids, Stevens Point, Eau Claire area up through Rhinelander. May encounter some of that mixing with a little bit of snow. We can't even rule out a few snowflakes, especially areas to the north of Madison. Not going to be accumulating, but nonetheless, that's just kind of a hint of some big changes on the way as we go into the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Last day in the 60s today, so get out and enjoy it. And we're looking at 40s tomorrow, so a 20-degree drop tomorrow afternoon. Next week, we're talking about some 30s. So this weekend, this might be your last opportunity to put up some of those Christmas lights because it's going to be quite cold for Thanksgiving that whole weekend. We're on the warm side of the system right now. The cold front right now moving through the Dakotas, even some snow up there in Canada and North Dakota. That's that front that will be arriving tonight. And it may trigger a shower, but more importantly, what's going to happen is our temperatures in the mid-60s today will hold in the 50s up until midnight, so still pretty mild this evening. But once we get toward midnight, we'll see those temperatures really drop, and by tomorrow morning, we're looking at 30. So it'll be about a 20-degree drop just between midnight and about 6 a.m. 45 in Madison right now, already up to 51 in the Dells. Have some 30s there along the Wisconsin River Valley, but most locations in the upper 30s and 40s. 41 right now in Sun Prairie, 39 in Cottage Grove, 42 right now in Oregon. So one last mild day. Get out and enjoy it. 64 will be windy. Do have that chance of a shower later tonight. Then we're back to sunshine tomorrow, but quite a drop in our temperatures, mid-40s. A lot of sunshine this weekend. Actually not bad for this time of November. Then we'll see that system move in, bring us some clouds Monday, and that chance of a little bit of rain, may mix with a little bit of snow, and then we really drop those temperatures. But it should be dry for traveling Wednesday, and Thanksgiving Day will be dry but cold with a high of 33.
Wisconsin volleyball has been so dominant that when they lose a match, it almost feels like the end of the world. Like, that can't possibly happen. Well, it did for just the second time this season. UW lost in 4 sets at Penn State on Saturday. but the sky isn't falling in the Fieldhouse. Instead, Kelly Sheffield and the Badgers are focused on moving forward and correcting their mistakes because the postseason is right around the corner.
Moving forward, I think, is the most important part. You know, we can't change the past, but we can change how we react to certain things and how well we prepare ourselves for the next time.
It's a reminder of all the things that we still have to work on. We really got to look at ourselves in a different way with a lot more urgency. You know, we're nearing the end of Big Ten play. We're nearing the beginning of the NCAA tournament.
This Saturday is the final home game for a handful of Badgers, and the senior class has seen its share of ups and downs over the past 4 and in some cases 5 or even 6 years. Through the wins, the losses, COVID, the coaching changes, the injuries, this group stuck together and stuck with it, giving it everything they had on and off the field. And when they run out of the tunnel for the final time as a Badger on Senior Day, it will be emotional, but it'll also be a journey they wouldn't change.
It's a very special place. It's always been a special place to me, and I think, you know, Coach Fickle talked a little bit about the importance of sending the seniors off in Camp Randall on a positive note, and it'll be very special for me, and to have my family there, and I think just in reflection of everything that I've been through throughout my journey here, it'll be very cool.
You know, the memories I've made with people, relationships I've had at Wisconsin, and the education I've been able to gain was something I wouldn't trade for the world. So, you know, it's made me the man I am today, and helped shape me into the man I'm going to be in the future.
And just a reminder to tune into this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Braden Locke and I look ahead to Nebraska and break down and even draw the Freedom Trophy, and of course, much more. Show starts at 6:30 on Friday, right here on News 3 Now. Bucks up in Canada taking on the Raptors, and you could say Damian Lillard was feeling it. The step-back three, part of a 24-point first half. Dame finished with 37 points and 13 assists. One of those was to Malik Beasley, who banks home the triple to beat the buzzer. Threesley, you could say, knocked down 8 threes. Bucks get the win, 128-112. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Hey, coming up, we're going to go outside on this unseasonably warm day and share some reasons why you should too.
You take in that sunrise. We'll be back in just 3 minutes.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower-than-low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current Chevy owners get $3,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Welcome the new season with a deep cleaning by Stanley Steamer. Our certified technicians will renew your carpets, air ducts, upholstery, tile floors, and more, clearing away the dust and debris. We clean using powerful proprietary equipment and family-safe cleaning solutions to leave your space looking and feeling fresh. Call or go online to schedule your professional cleaning with Stanley Steamer today.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, our delicious pan pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Thick, crispy, buttery pan pizza? Now that is an expression.
For a limited time, take and bake any large 2-topping pan pizza for just $11.99. At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great.
In my oven.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
This holiday season, Blaine's Farm and Fleet is where wishes come true for everyone, especially during our pre-Black Friday sale. Start saving early with Black Friday-like deals throughout the store. Like over 70% off this Rubbermaid food storage set, just $9.99. 40-pound bags of Blaine's Wild Bird food, sale priced at $15.99. And save $100 on this DeWalt 2-tool combo kit. Plus, rewards members are invited to save an extra 10% in store during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's private shopping night. This Sunday only, starting at 6 p.m.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are taking a live look at Playa de Troya Beach in Spain. We're taking a look at a beach in Spain because the weather here is going to be beautiful today.
Palm
Kelly,
trees are starting to pop up here.
Yeah,
we're talking 60 degrees.
Yeah, maybe James Madison might be like that today on Lake Mendota. I doubt it.
We're all outside
I'll
to
try,
enjoy it
I'll
as
try.
well. It's a little cold right now, but it's going to warm up significantly today.
We've got the sunshine coming up now, and it should be warming up over the next hour.
So here are some things you can do to get outside today if you want to. You can paddle on Lake Mendota, get out for a bike. Of course, plenty of places to do that. Go for a hike, all sorts of things. Get outside today and enjoy.
Perfect day for it.
I'm going to start cleaning up some of these fall decorations out here. These are getting a little out of season.
He's on Josh's train. We've got to start putting up Christmas trees.
I'm going to do it this weekend. I'm going to do Christmas this weekend.
So you're on Christmas lights.
Get him out of here.
You don't get paid double for doing that, by the way, Chris.
Well, then he'll do it for free.
Yeah. It is chilly out here. Looking forward to getting outside today, though.
Stay with us, folks. We're back after this.
What is
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Connect with the team that is leading the charge, Bergstrom Automotive. Whether it's EVs like Lyric, Lightning, Hummer, ID4, or hundreds of others, Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles in Wisconsin and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
Drum roll, please. It's Champion's Factory Direct Sale. Don't miss these year-end savings. Champion replacement windows are 30% off.
That's a great deal.
Our windows come direct from our factory to you.
No middleman. No markups.
Get factory direct pricing 30% off. Plus, book your free estimate by Black Friday for an additional $70 off every window. Hurry, this factory direct sale won't last long. Call or schedule online at getchampionwindows.com.
Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady. At Overture Center, November 21st through 26th. Tickets at overture.org.
For moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Time is running out. Shopko Optical can help maximize your vision benefits and FSA dollars before they expire. Get a comprehensive eye exam and discover your new style. Call Shopko Optical or visit shopko.com to schedule your exam.
This morning, Madison looks to take a leap forward in studying the use of psychedelics to treat veterans with PTSD.
Plus, no shutdown for now. Why the fix to keep the government open is only temporary.
And here's your first look outside this morning. We're begging you to get outside, enjoy the beautiful weather, take in that sunrise this morning before a big change in the first warn forecast, Kelly.
Yeah, the last day we're headed into the 60s. We do have a cold front tonight, so 40s expected. We'll talk about those changes coming up in about 15 minutes.
Boy, now that is a sunrise. Good Thursday morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynch.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warm forecast. Capitol looks nice this morning.
Yeah.
60s today, and this is the last time we're going to see temps this warm for a while, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, might be for the last time for the year, the season, whatever you will, but we're looking at some changes coming our way over the next 24 hours. 60s today, 40s tomorrow. About a 20-degree drop in our temperature behind this cold front that will arrive after midnight. But actually the weekend, we're going to rebound. So a pretty nice weekend considering November. Sunshine and low 50s expected Saturday and Sunday. But right now we're starting out at 45 in Madison. Yes, you will need the jacket. But with that sun coming up, I went down if a lot of folks are outside with short sleeves and shorts today. So 40s this morning, and we saw some of those clouds, mid and high level clouds. We'll see those throughout the afternoon hours as we climb into the mid 60s today. It's going to be windy though. We're going to have a southerly wind at 15 to 25 miles per hour. A little bit more cloud cover as the afternoon wears on as we top out at 64 here in Madison. We do have that cold front that will be arriving later on tonight. We'll talk more about that coming up in about 15 minutes.
Thank you very much.
Well, you're going to want to track those changes today, folks. You can do so yourself. Just download the free First Warn Weather app wherever you get your apps. Breaking overnight, the federal government's going to stay open for now after lawmakers passed that spending bill late last night.
Shane Hogan's here to explain why. Actually, Shane, this is a temporary fix. It's not sticking around.
Yeah, at least for now. So we're going to start by taking a look at the U.S. Capitol this morning, where overnight the Senate passed a temporary funding bill. Now that bill today will head to President Biden's desk, and White House officials are saying he plans to sign it. This two-tier package sees government funding remain at current levels for roughly 2 months, with agencies including transportation, housing, and energy funded through January 19th, and other departments like Defense and Homeland Security that's funded through February 2nd. Now, this move buys the House and Senate more time to overcome their differences on future spending.
Expect that fight when we get back from Thanksgiving.
My Democratic colleagues and I will work with Republicans. I will work with Leader McConnell.
Now, the plan does not include the White House's nearly $106 billion request for aid to Ukraine and Israel, something Democratic lawmakers will likely negotiate after their upcoming recess. Newly elected House Speaker Mike Johnson, who proposed this two-tier plan, has promised not to support more stopgap funding measures like the one we're seeing right now in the future, laying the groundwork for a battle over the nation's budget between the House and the Senate next year. But the main takeaway here, guys, the government will stay open, at least for now. No shutdown coming this weekend.
Another punt downfield.
That's
All
right.
Shane Hogan, thank you. A protest in the nation's capital turned violent last night. Look at this video from Washington, D.C. It shows protesters outside of the Democratic National Committee headquarters. The protest seemed to escalate to the point where Capitol Police began using force to remove people from the grounds of the building. Members of Congress were inside at the time. They were escorted away from the scene safely. The protest has drawn criticism from members of the Democratic Party. Here's what one congressman had to say.
Here you have a demonstration less than 1,000th as large that's also getting publicity. And it's getting publicity because their willingness to attack police, as they did with pepper spray, is a force multiplier.
Police say one person was arrested, 6 officers were hurt, although all the injuries are thought to be minor. So if you were driving near the Madison-Fitchburg city line last night, you may have seen this. People out with lit-up signs demanding a ceasefire in Gaza. This was outside the Quick Trip at McKee Road and Maple Grove Drive. The protesters are from the Madison Rafa Sister City program. That's a nonprofit of people who educate others about the realities of life in Gaza and raise awareness about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
New information, meanwhile, coming out of Israel this morning. Israeli defense officials say they believe they have found weapons used by Hamas inside one of Gaza's biggest hospitals. Israel's military releasing this video. Take a look. It claims to show an AK-47 and other weapons belonging to Hamas militants inside the Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City. The international community is still pushing back against attacks on that hospital despite this new evidence. Meanwhile, President Biden is providing an update on efforts to get the hostages out of Gaza.
Working on how I can be helpful in getting the hostages released and have a period of time where there's a pause long enough to let that happen.
Reports have the number of hostages at over 200, including Americans, one of them a 3-year-old.
Dane County has come up with a new way to support people struggling with food insecurity. It involves using some leftover money from the pandemic. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi will introduce a resolution today calling for $1.7 million to support the county's Farm to Food Bank program. The service provides fresh and healthy produce to Dane County families. They plan to pay for it by taking money from the 2021 American Rescue Plan Act, which has some leftover funding in it. It comes as local food banks like Second Harvest and The River are seeing a sharp uptick in demand.
A new study out of UW-Madison shows there's a possible connection between serving in the military and Alzheimer's disease. Researchers found donated brains from men who were veterans had a 26% greater chance of holding those hallmark signs of Alzheimer's than men who didn't serve. This is the first study to connect the two ideas. The university says much more research is needed to strengthen the claims, especially when it comes to veterans who are women.
6:36 now. Madison could become one of the leaders in the nation when it comes to how psychedelics can treat veterans with PTSD. For that to happen, though, lawmakers at the state capitol need to pass a new bill to change the law. Armand Rahman reports.
We can help give veterans hopefully the relief that they need and get the best quality health care that they can have.
The bill was introduced by Democratic Senator Dianne Hesselbein of Middleton and Republican Senator Jesse James.
We are on the mental health committee together, and we, care deeply about veterans. He served the Army years ago. My husband was in the Army and the Air Force years ago. So I think sometimes when it comes to veteran bills and opportunities to help veterans, we can definitely have common ground.
If passed, it would give the green light to the UW-Madison Psychedelic Research Center. They're already studying psilocybin in the treatment of people battling meth and opioid addiction.
It's not like we're replacing one drug of abuse with another. We're using these drugs in a therapeutic fashion.
Director Paul Hudson says the pilot program would involve dosing veterans with psilocybin who are already undergoing MDMA or ecstasy-assisted treatment. That's been FDA approved since 2017 and been shown to help build trust quicker between therapists and patients to approach the trauma that led to PTSD.
Now, can we combine psilocybin with that to allow them to experience in a different way the insults that led to the PTSD, to explore other ways that are more positive to be thinking about issues.
Hudson says subjects are strictly screened and started off with small doses supervised by 2 therapists.
On a dosing day, they would be typically on this sofa or something like it, where they're going to be allowed to put on a mask, listen to some music.
Then patients would debrief, and based on that, they may be redosed once or twice more a month later.
There are 16 veterans per day in the country that are killing themselves, and if we can help them, then that's a very worthwhile thing to be doing.
That was Armand Rahman reporting. Currently, Texas, Washington State, and Maryland all have similar pilot programs, which have shown a lot of promise with the results they've produced in the lab.
6:38. Let's check in with Kelly Slifka, your first warn weather.
Yeah, we do have a beautiful sunrise coming up on the eastern horizon. You notice some clouds out there today, but we are expecting mild weather for one last day. We'll track a cold front coming up. First warn forecast just ahead.
And a new memorial monument is set to be unveiled in Wisconsin Dells today. We'll show you who it's honoring and how you can be part of it in the 608.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son. The fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in, they don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Escape, Explorer, or Bronco with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy and $500 low APR cash.
When you pull up to someone's house, the first thing you see nowadays is their garage door.
Let Precision's experienced designers come to your home and help you select the perfect door for your house.
Precision is there to help.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
I volunteer because it's, I think, the right thing to do, and selfishly, yeah, I get a lot of joy from doing it. It's a joy that comes from taking people to where they need to go. Just watch your step coming out. You can't bottle it, you can't buy it. That only comes from volunteerism. When people really need to get to those medical appointments and they don't have any other means, I just look at it as kind of like the least I can do to try to help out.
When you can choose from not one, not two, but 10 sofa love seat combos in the latest styles with the comfiest seats, and all of them are under $1,000 just in time for Black Friday, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
Tonight at 10. After 5 decades as the University of Wisconsin system, the state's 13 public universities are getting a new name. Why now, when the university is facing so many other challenges? I'm getting answers from the man in charge.
If you look at everything we're doing, it's being driven by our strategic plan.
We'll follow the pricey process and why he says the rebranded Universities of Wisconsin is a pivotal move. The path to UW's new image, tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
All right, good morning. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka out on the patio here on the southwest side of Madison as the sun's coming up. Beautiful sunrise with some of these mid and high level clouds. A little chilly yet, but we're going to really warm up today as we've been climbing all week long into the mid 60s. This will be the peak, though. We've got a cold front that'll really drop our temperatures tomorrow, about 20 degrees cooler than today. Not a bad weekend. We rebound in the 50s, and we continue that roller coaster ride downhill going into Thanksgiving. It's going to be cold, but at least it looks like Thanksgiving Day should be dry. But why? We've had the warm air here in the parts of the upper Midwest, but that cold front will bring us some colder weather tomorrow. That's going to slide on the east, and we'll get a little bit of a rebound for Saturday and Sunday. Actually, looks like a pretty nice weekend, but there's a lot of cold air that's just building up in northern parts of Canada, and it's going to break off and move into the Great Lakes states, and it's going to be with us throughout much of next week going into the following weekend. So you can see some cold air that's just not really going to move much of next week. So if you have any things to get done, maybe put up the Christmas lights, maybe kind of clean up the yard, probably want to do it today. You'll have another opportunity this weekend. Look at these pinks and blues out there with the sun coming up on the horizon. The sun officially up in a few minutes here, 6:51, expecting a high of 64. Well above our average of 45, and really not too far away from that record of 70. This is what the sky usually should look like this time of November, and Peggy found this a couple weeks ago in Blue Mounds, and we may see that coming our way next week. And we'd love to see your fall photos, and now we're getting into almost wintertime season. We'd like to see those photos. Just submit them at our First Warn weather app or at channel3000.com. All right, looking at the mild conditions for one last day with 60s today, but we'll be in the middle 40s tomorrow. Nice weekend, but then we see that secondary surge of some cold air with low 30s expected for Thanksgiving, and that's going to be pretty much that entire extended holiday weekend. But we're right now on the warm side of that cold front that's going to slide through later on tonight. It does produce some snow up there in North Dakota, but we may see a shower out of that, but that should be about it. 64 right now in Madison, 64 in the Adele, 63 in Lone Rock, 65 in Janesville this afternoon. But watch as we go into the midnight hour. We'll still be in the 50s, but as we get into the overnight period, temperatures will drop about 20 degrees from midnight. Waking up tomorrow morning will be in the mid to upper 30s, so it's going to be quite a bit colder. Right now we're at 45 in Madison, 51 in the Dells, 45 in Janesville, Monroe at 44. So chilly jacket weather, but probably shedding that this afternoon. 41 right now in Verona, 41 in Stoughton as well. First warn forecast 64 today. We do have that slight chance of a shower that will pass through fairly quickly after midnight tonight. Clearing up tomorrow, but cold, 44. 52 Saturday, 51 Sunday. Then that system moves in, brings clouds Monday. That chance of rain holding off until Monday night. And some showers on Tuesday. It might be cold enough, especially for our northern counties. May actually see a little bit of snow mixed in. Right now, it does not look like it'll amount to too much. Just cold weather after that for those folks traveling on Wednesday through the holiday weekend. Temperatures in the lower 30s.
All right, Kelly Slivka, thank you very much. It's 6:45 now. A new memorial monument is set to be unveiled today in the 608, and we are getting a first look at it.
Josh Breider is live in Wisconsin Dells this morning to show us. Is that it, Josh?
Yes. Hey, good morning, guys. We're outside of the American Legion Post 187. You can see a lot of memorials out surrounding this building right here. We're talking World War I, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. And new today, they're adding one more memorial monument that's set to be unveiled. Commander Mark Cobb is up early with us this morning. Commander, thank you for your service, and thanks for having us out this morning.
Thanks a lot.
So this monument is very, very special because this is honoring a group of people that may not get a lot of recognition that they deserved over the years.
No, not at all. This one here, we got the middle part of this one is honoring women vets, women veterans that haven't been that much recognition, you know, for years and years and years, and now they're, you know, we're doing something to honor them.
So what made you want to come up with a monument like this right here at the American Legion?
Just something that the guys bung up in a meeting to do. You know, we're doing the Iraq conflict, Afghanistan conflict, and we wanted something in the middle that will bring out the stuff. And everybody said, you know what, let's put honor us women vets.
You know, this is really special, and obviously it takes that community support. It took a couple of dozen partnerships to be able to make this happen.
Yeah, we had a couple of the businesses in town, some local residents in town donated for this monument and stuff, which we'll be doing a reveal at 1 o'clock this afternoon, where we have everybody who donated, and some people want to see the monument come out. We're going to reveal it, do a prayer on it, and have the honor guard here to be firing, playing taps, and then having a light luncheon afterwards.
You know, when you continue to see that support from your community, that has to make you feel pretty honored, right?
Oh, yeah. You know, it's nice. Some of the businesses that we have will give us a lot of donations through the times of the year and stuff.
So, and you're hoping, you know, even by doing this story, that some of the younger folks will see just how important a place like this is.
Yeah, right now we got a lot of the older guys as members here. We got 144 members on this post. We got maybe a dozen that were our younger guys. We'd like to get some more younger guys into the post, be part of our members.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can help make that happen. Again,
Yeah.
Mark, thank you so much for your service, and good luck with your unveiling today.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming.
If you'd like to learn more about this monument, you can go to channel3000.com. We have all of the details up there, but I mean, pretty awesome here, guys, that we're recognizing those women veterans, something that is very, very much well-deserved here as we continue honoring our veterans this month.
Boy, it's beautiful. Worth a stop if you're driving through the Dells.
Yeah, please do. Thanks
Josh
for showing
Breider,
us.
thank you, yeah.
Josh is always looking for inspiration to share with you at home, so reach out to him on social media or email him if you have an idea that he could show us on TV.
It is 6:48 on your Thursday. Coming up in the morning sprint to Madison, girl's been missing now for more than a week, and police need your help to find her.
If you've got a little kid turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
If your home or business property has suffered storm damage, go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Ace will work with your insurance company to get you the best results for your damaged roof, siding, or gutters. Call now for a free storm damage inspection from Ace Exterior Solutions.
Toyotathon is on. Time to make the holidays picture perfect with a new Toyota. we're going to need a bigger tree.
Get 3.99% APR plus $1,000 cash back on Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County doesn't just build homes. We build financially strong families. Habitat Homes, financed through affordable mortgages, allow hardworking families to break the cycle of poverty and invest in their futures. Your support changes lives. Please donate today.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get literally any Samsung Galaxy for free.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
And it's just in time for gift giving season, too.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
I'm gifting mine to my son.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
New and current customers can get any Samsung Galaxy free. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
The best Thanksgiving meal deal is at Hy-Vee. Get all the makings for your Thanksgiving family dinner for only $30. Get a 10 to 13 pound turkey, green beans and cream of mushroom soup, 5 pounds of potatoes, stuffing mix, cranberry sauce, turkey gravy, and brown and serve rolls. All for only $30 for a family of 4. That's right, get all this for only $30. The best Thanksgiving meal deal is only at Hy-Vee.
Join the digital sales team at Phase 3 Digital and step into something big. We're not just hiring, we're building careers. If you're passionate about the digital world, apply today at channel3000.com and be part of something big.
Toyotathon is on! Make your holidays a little more magical with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Get $1,000 cash back on your favorite models when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't take a chance when it comes to your home or business. Go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Call Ace now and save hundreds with their money-saving fall discounts on roofing and siding. Locally owned, full service, and always guaranteed. Ace Exterior Solutions.
Rediscover life without pain. SSM Health Orthopedics.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
Breaking news overnight from the nation's capital. The government will avoid another shutdown after the Senate passed a funding bill. The House passed the legislation earlier with bipartisan support. The next step is for the bill to head to the president's desk, where he has said he will sign it.
A protest calling for a ceasefire outside of the DNC headquarters turned violent last night. There's, of course, a ceasefire in the war in the Middle East. Protesters clashing with police using pepper spray and injuring 6 officers. Members of the Democratic Party congressmen were inside the building. They were escorted out safely. The incident led to 1 arrest. New video this morning from Israel showing Israeli Defense Forces finding weapons that they say were used by Hamas militants inside of Gaza's largest hospital. Despite the evidence, the international community continues to push back against fighting in the hospital, with the head of the World Health Organization calling the operation totally unacceptable.
Back in Wisconsin, we have an update. In the robbery of a Dollar General store in Orfordville, authorities in Greene County say they found the man near Monroe after the crime. They chased him into a business parking lot where he stopped and pulled a gun on officers. He then turned the gun on himself and ended his own life.
Take a look at your screen, folks. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children says this 12-year-old Madison girl has been missing for over a week. Danielle Noble was last seen Tuesday the 7th. She's about 5 feet tall, brown eyes, black hair. Anyone with information should call Madison Police at 255-2345.
Today, a grand jury in New Mexico will meet to decide if Alec Baldwin will face charges in the Rust movie shooting case. They're expected to listen to testimony before voting in secret on whether they believe there's enough evidence to prove Baldwin committed a crime.
Authorities have arrested and charged 2 people in connection to a lengthy animal cruelty investigation. They're looking into a 3rd person. The Iowa County Sheriff's Office says someone asked them to check on a home in the village of Rui. Deputies found glass, animal feces, and a thick layer of flies and cockroaches. They took more than 15 animals to the Humane Society.
Today at the Capitol, a public hearing will take place at 9 a.m. on a bill that would ease child labor laws in Wisconsin. It would allow 14 and 15-year-olds to get a job without a work permit or even parental permission. Republicans behind the bill say youth work permits slow down the hiring process.
Well, don't be surprised if you can't get a drink at your local Starbucks today. That's because some employees, union workers specifically, will walk off the job today. They're calling it the Red Cup Rebellion. Workers at unionized locations are protesting the company's opposition to some locations' unionization efforts. Starbucks locations on the Capitol Square and State Street are two that will be impacted.
A new UW study says there could be a connection between past military service and Alzheimer's disease. Research shows brains donated by male veterans have a 26% greater chance of having Alzheimer's signs than men who didn't serve. The UW does say more research is needed.
Another brand of cantaloupe is being recalled due to possible salmonella contamination. Vineyard Fruit and Vegetable Company based in Oklahoma City is doing a voluntary recall of all of its fresh-cut cantaloupe products. It comes after 2 other recalls for cantaloupes from separate produce companies.
President Biden is in California this morning for the annual Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. It's the first time the U.S. is hosting the summit since 2011. Leaders there will be discussing issues like carbon emissions over the next couple of days.
A new Marquette Law School poll finds that nationally, Nikki Haley leads President Biden 55 to 45% among registered voters. It's the largest lead by a Republican candidate for president over President Biden. The survey conducted between November 2nd and 7th interviewed about 850 registered voters across the country. It has a margin of error of 4.5 percentage points.
Beloit's transit system preparing for some major upgrades for bus drivers. The city is pairing a mobile app to its transit. The WISC-TV app will launch next spring. Customers will be able to pay for rides without cash, track their bus, plan routes, and more. Only 2 other cities in Wisconsin have an app like this.
And a beautiful sunrise from our Queen Bee radio sky cam here in Platteville. We do have some mid-level clouds that'll filter out the sun a little bit. 45 right now in Madison, 46 in Janesville, 42 in Lone Rock. So much milder than it should be for this time of the year. And these temperatures will rise quickly into the mid-60s later today. We will see a windy southwest wind as you plan your day. Temperatures in the mid-60s. This will be the last real warm day because we are expecting a dramatic drop tomorrow. Nice weekend before it cools down next week.
Thanks, Kelly. Enjoy that sun, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow.